Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. When gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you're doing what you want.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Dream Bigger, Live Larger podcast. I am your host, Adeline Lees, and today we will be talking about part 3 of my spring cleaning series, the professional side of everything. Okay, basically what we are doing in our professional life, in our careers, to elevate more, to step out of our comfort zone, and basically elevate. It's a you versus you situation. And we can't always pray for a new job, a new career, a new position, and not flourish in that position. So if you guys are interested, keep on listening and keep on watching. This is Dream Bigger, Live Larger podcast. All right. Girl. This is part 3 of my spring cleaning series, okay? And I wanted part 3 to be something that we are all in, which is our careers. I was thinking to myself of how far I've come in my career, like how many schools I've worked with, the people I've worked with, the children I've inspired and helped out. I was like, girl, I've came a long way. And I'm such a person that like I am always my head is always down. I'm always working. I'm never the person to like, hey, this is what Adeline does. I'm a shy person. Like what I'm trying to explain is I'm a person that I do not like the attention. If you give me an assignment, I do it, that's it. But if you're telling people like, oh, Adeline did this, I'm just like, hey, yeah, I did that. I'm so shy. Like, yeah, it's me. I did that. Yay. And it got me thinking, like, girl, you prayed for this position. You prayed for this new job. Why aren't you showing up and showing out? Why aren't you so confident in yourself when you are handed assignments to do or being in these different rooms with higher people? Why aren't you confident in yourself? And it got me thinking, like, yeah, why the hell I'm not confident in myself? Like, what am I afraid of? And I'm always the person that is the underdog. I'm the person that sits back, observes. Whenever anyone needs help, I'm there, but I'm never the leading role. I'm never in that leading position. So thank God for the job I have now and the people that I work with, my girls, my coworkers. Us as a team has showed me what I am capable of and more, and how I could flourish more in my position and do better and beyond. And it got me thinking, like, why am I not so confident when I'm entering these type of rooms? And I was thinking to myself, like, this is my professional life. This is something that I've prayed for. This is something I've worked hard for. I went to school for. I have to continue to show up and show out. I'm not here to outshine anyone but myself. So when it came down to speaking, having one-on-one conversations with my boss, she was explaining to me like she sees more than I see for myself. My nose is itchy, sorry. She sees more than what I see for myself. And I have such a healthy relationship with my coworkers and my supervisor that she always puts us in positions to do more, right? Like, just because we've been hired in a certain position doesn't mean we can't elevate, doesn't mean we can't do more. And when I was handed certain assignments, I was like, girl, can I even handle this? Like, I was like, maybe I can't. Maybe this is too much for my plate because I never did this before. And I always doubted myself. I've never was confident, but don't get me wrong, I always got the work done. But it had me thinking, like, why am I not confident to step up and show out and do what I need to do? What's wrong? Why can't I do it? Like, what's the issue? What's the issue? What's the issue? What's the issue? Because Adeline, you've worked hard for this. You've went to school. You've met so many people that change your life for you to become a better counselor, a better coordinator, and just have a better relationship with students. Why can't you step in rooms that you are normally not in and show up? and speak your truth and speak on things that should be changed and things that needs to do better. Like, why can't you do that? So it got me thinking, in my professional life, in my career, my job is not to stay in the same position. My job is to elevate, continue, and do what I need to do to basically boost up anything I want to do in my career. So it starts with me. It starts with what I do on a daily basis. Okay. It starts for me to observe and not have a response for everything and just see in what areas I could do better. Okay. Because let me tell you something, life is all about elevating. Life is never about staying the same. Life is about confidence. It's about showing up for yourself and making sure that you are a better version than you were yesterday. Okay? If you are praying for a position in your job, if you're praying for a new job, if you're praying to pass those exams, if you're praying to say, yo, I need more money in my pocket and I need to be in a better environment, once you get those prayers, once you get everything you've asked for, best believe, just don't sit on your hands and do nothing. Best believe you make sure you get up and you become the best version of yourself, okay? That is not to outshine others. It is not to talk about, you know, other people's position and basically be a negative Nancy. No, it's about always making sure you leave that door open behind you. So once you elevate, people come behind you and do the same thing. Okay? And you have to understand when it comes down to leveling up, right? This season of my life, I've been in so much leadership positions and leadership roles that I've never seen myself, right? Like I said, I'm always used to being the underdog. I'm always used to being the one in the back, observing, not saying anything. But now I'm entering meetings. Now my voice is being heard. Now, when I say something, I mean it. Like, hey, in order for X, Y, and Z to happen, we need to do X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. Okay? I am stepping into a role that I'm not used to. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone because I know I can do better. I know my supervisor sees something in me that I don't, and I have to flourish. My coworkers see something in me that I need to step up and I need to do more. Okay? And when it comes down to, I feel like I've always been slept on, but I let people sleep on me. That's the thing. I always been slept on, but I let people sleep on me because I don't show people what I am really capable of. Like, I am the person that is, settled, relaxed, observant. I always have something to say, but I never say it. Right? But this season of my life, I'm telling you, if I have something to say when it comes down to these meetings or comes down to these certain situations, I'm gonna say it to benefit my career. Okay? I'm not gonna stay quiet. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, it is what it is. No, it's not. Because if something's gonna change, I have to speak up. Okay? If I don't like how something's being done, I have to speak up. Okay? Closed mouths don't get fed. I can't sit here and preach this to my students and I'm not doing the same thing for me. Okay? Closed mouths don't get fed. And I can't be selfish with my education. I can't be selfish with my knowledge. I have to also shut up and learn from others that was before me as well. But I can't sit here and say, hey, I'm going to sit this one out. Oh, you know what? I heard what he or she said. I disagreed, but I'm going to shut up. No, I'm going to speak up. Because maybe they didn't like the way that came out. Or I don't agree with that segment. Or, oh, maybe I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak up. Because like I said, I cannot pray for a position that I wanted so much to change and basically be in a better position, and I'm not doing what I need to do to stay in that position. Because my job is to elevate. My job is to make sure that I am doing what I can and beyond. But I'm not sitting in the back no more. I'm not observing and being quiet. No, I'm stepping up to the forefront. I'm doing what needs to be done in my career. Our job in our career is to always level the hell up. Our job is to always make sure that we are gaining the knowledge so we can share it with others. Our job is not to close the door behind us because, well, ain't nobody helped me out when I was struggling. Ain't nobody helped me out when I was studying. And okay, nobody helped you out, but you know that feeling. You know how it stuck with you for so long. So why are you going to do it to others? Open that door behind you and leave it open for the next runners up. Okay? And that's something I always stick to because I have so much Black women around me every single day that are not only educated, but they are loving, they are smart, and they know who the hell they are. Okay, they come to work like, hey, I got so much master degrees, I can't even count my fingers, baby. And then I'm listening, I'm observing. Ooh, I'm observing. I'm understanding that these women are coming before me and they understand what they've been through, the classes, everything they struggled with. But they're giving me knowledge. They're sharing what I need to do better to, what I could. Ain't no jealousy around here. Ain't no competition around here. I'm around educated women every single day, baby. I have to learn. God didn't put me in these positions to sit back and be jealous and like, oh, how did she get? I'm here to learn from y'all because obviously we all got hired. So obviously we did something right. So my job is to learn from every woman around me of how I could be better. So when it comes down to your career, don't ever have a fixed mindset because if you want to grow, don't ever have a fixed mindset. There is no such thing as growth if you have a fixed mindset. So when I'm stepping up into this new position I'm in and basically showing up and showing out, I got to pat myself on the back because I've came a long way, honey. I've came a long way. And I'm going to keep growing and I'm going to keep learning. But one thing I'm going to tell you, when you've prayed for the job you wanted, when you prayed for those different positions and being promoted, don't just get the blessing and stay there. No, elevate. Like marinate in it, but also elevate. Okay? But that is all I have for this week's episode. The mic is falling, child, Jesus. But that is all I have for this week's episode. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And yeah, love you guys. Mwah. Bye.